Hello there, my name is Jackie Chu, and thanks for your interest in becoming a speaker coach at TEDx Atlanta. In the next 10 minutes or so, I'll go over the organization, the impact that we've had over the last 14 years, the difference between a keynote and a TEDx talk, as well as a timeline and resources available to speakers and coaches. TEDx Atlanta was one of the first 26 TEDx's to ever organize back in 2009. Our mission is to amplify local ideas globally and global ideas locally to propel communities to action. As with any other TEDx group, there are four main stakeholder groups in the community. First, volunteers. We are an all-volunteer organization, and so volunteers is what keeps the wheel turning. And since TEDx is an ideas platform, the world's largest ideas platform, speakers are the next group. Attendees, our audience, attend our events to interrogate the ideas that are shared online and shared in person, discuss them, and activate upon them after. Last but not least, our sponsors, whose financial support and in-kind services help us make it all happen. Over the last 14 years, we have brought forth more than 200 ideas and speakers, featured 31 performances, across 35 events. Our videos have amassed 27 views and counting, 27 million views and counting, and our live events have touched 12,000 plus attendees. Our event in 2021 garnered 89 Net Promoter Score against a global average that was in the 50s. Our goal is to impact 100,000 Georgians by 2024 through our live events. So what is the coach's role? Well, since speakers are the lifeblood of any TEDx event, coaches are there to get familiar with their assigned speaker's topic, be conversant with TED Talks that are adjacent to the speaker's topic, guide the speaker in developing their idea and their talk, ensure that speakers meet deadlines along the way. We have created a process over the course of 14 years that we know works in helping speakers give the talk of their lives, and coaches help to ensure that their speaker is meeting the milestones and deadlines. Finally, coaches are also there to help the speakers rehearse and to practice all the different delivery methods in performing their talk. And here's a slightly deeper dive into the roles. Speakers are, in general, responsible for unpacking and developing the idea and the script for their talk. They're also there to source images for their deck and obtain copyright permission if they're using any sort of third-party content. As a coach, you'll be providing some fact-checking support on the statistics that our speakers have chosen, and then you'll also be serving as a sounding board throughout the script development process. Finally, you'll be rehearsing with your speaker and ensuring that you're helping them stay within the time in which they're allocated. So what sort of an impact could a coach have on this whole process, on the idea, and on TEDx Atlanta? Well, coaches, when the coach-speaker pairing is done right, the speaker could go on to be featured by TED.com. Sarah Bartow here was featured on TED.com, and her talk has been seen by a million plus viewers and has been translated into 10 or more languages, which is pretty amazing. Sandra Dalton Smith was also featured by TED, and her talk has amassed 900,000 views and counting. Sarah Strickler's talk on NFTs has garnered 1.2 million views. So you as a coach have an immense impact on your speaker and their ability to reach as many people as possible who can activate on the idea that they're sharing. So what is the difference between helping an executive develop a keynote and a speaker develop their TEDx talk? Well, it all begins with an idea. We do not curate a speaker, we curate the idea first, and then we identify the speaker to deliver who has the most unique perspective on that idea. So the idea that is original or provides a new perspective on an existing topic, a new invention, or perhaps science-based research that has never been shared before. Those are all possible TEDx talks. We apply the barometer ultimately of how does the idea move humanity forward if we feature it on our stage. Next, I'm going to go over the 7 different types of TEDx talks. Most talks fall into one of these 7, and many talks, though, fall primarily into one and have a little bit of being able to be defined by some of the others. So first you have an ideas-driven talk. You have the small idea and the big idea. The small or big they're not indications of how important the idea is. Then we have the issues-based talk, which is generally around a perspective on a little-known issue. And we curate an issues-based talk primarily to bring awareness to it or a new perspective to this issue. And then the invention talk is fairly self-explanatory. And so is the artist statement, in which an artist provides an overview or introduces us to their art and the statement that it makes. The 6th type of talk would be a solutions-based talk. And this is generally the easiest to understand and identify, and that would be an innovation or solution to a global problem, or a solution that has global ramifications when applied. Last but not least, scientific achievement, generally the sharing of a new piece of research. So why volunteer as a TEDxAtlanta coach? Well, first, there's the people. You'll be exposed to a whole variety of really fascinating people. The person pictured here is Lonnie Johnson, the inventor of the Super Soaker. He's based right here in Atlanta, and he's working on fusion energy right now. There's also being associated with the TEDx Atlanta brand, which is a very strong brand, not only in this region, but also in the world, because we were one of the pioneers and are probably one of the most longest running TEDx events in the world. And then finally, just being part of a community of lifelong learners, of curious individuals who care deeply about the world. And here is the timeline that you can expect in the speaker preparation process. Over the course of 4 months, these are the associated activities by month in terms of the speaker preparation journey. 4 months out, speakers are expected to turn in their logline or teaser along with the version 1 of their outline and version 1 of their script. 3 months out, they are expected to turn in version 2 of their script and participate in a virtual read-through of that script. 2 months to the event, they are expected to participate in a second read-through, also virtual, as well as the first of 2 mock audience sessions. And then there's also a little bit of fun 2 months out, which is a little speaker mixer in which coaches are invited. 1 month to the event is go time. Speakers are expected to participate in a second mock audience session. So both mock audience sessions are with people who have been curated to reflect the audience that the speakers can expect to present to on event day. During the second mock audience session, they are expected to have their decks ready and to be presenting their talks along with their deck. In that same month, the final script and deck are also due. We collect all decks ahead of time. about 3 weeks prior to the event itself, because all the presentations are put together in one master deck and used and presented that day of the event. And then it's memorization and rehearsal. During event month, it's more rehearsing. There's the VIP party for a little bit of fun, the tech run through the day before, and of course, event day. About 2 to 3 weeks after the event, the speaker videos are expected to go live on the global YouTube channel. And that's it. That is the 4-month process. The 5th month is when we finalize the curation and the speaker lineup. But in terms of the preparation, it is a 4-month process. In terms of resources, there's an entire library of resources that we've amassed over the years, from ideas development to deck preparation and design, all the way to memorization and various tools that speakers can use to time themselves, to watch themselves as they prepare for the talk of their lives. And that's it. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about our community, volunteering, and the other roles available, please go to this page on the slide or use the QR code to get to the page. There is a form on the page that you can complete to become a volunteer. And in the form, you'll also be asked which roles you'd like to serve, if you'd like to serve in more than just being a speaker coach. All right, and that is it. Thanks for your attention. Once again, this is Jackie Chu. Thanks, and I look forward to having you join us. Bye-bye.